Chat is not ready for what I'm about to say. I'm so sorry, chat. We got to put Sayu down. Take her out behind the barn, all right? This is putting me in situations I did not think I was going to be in. Ladies and gentlemen, we are doing a Genshin tournament, a battle of the favorites. We are going to put every single Genshin character side by side in randomized 1v1s. We're going to find out who makes it to #1 and who gets left in the dust. And boy, oh boy, the people who get eliminated early and the people who make it to the top might just surprise you. It's time to clench our butt cheeks and get in there. And also, I'm going to be as unbiased as possible here. I know. Chunyun is not going to be #1. At the end of the day, it is my, obviously, don't get your butt cheeks twisted about what I say. In general, I love all of these characters, all right? So if I choose someone over your favorite, I'm sorry. It's my opinion! Shunlin versus Chlorinde. I feel like nostalgia is biasing me towards Shunlin, but at the end of the day, Chlorinde has one of the coolest moves. And like her battle, she's so sick. She's like a bounty hunter, bro. I think we have to give it to Chlorinde. Not Shunlin eliminated round 1. This is... The casualties are already atrocious, bro. Chat is not ready for what I'm about to say. Oh my gosh. I'm not gonna look because I know everyone is saying Kokomi. I like Baizhu more than Kokomi. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Not them giving me a controversial one in round 2, bro. People are gonna click off this video from what's about to happen. I have recently played Baiju's Story Quest, and Baizhu has so much depth. His voice acting, his story, his lore. I honestly like Baizhu more. And I understand the people who love Kokomi. Something about Baizhu, I love this character so much. I'm sorry, Kokomi. I'm so sorry. And also, chat, listen, I had asthma growing up. Weak lungs to weak lungs. You gotta, birds of a feather, stay together. Sayu versus Candace. I think Candace, from a design standpoint, she looks phenomenal. The fact she's like a Spartan priestess in Sumeru, honestly, the shield and spear is so stinking sick. But then you have cute Sayu and getting to roll around with her. And also Sayu's personality being sleepy and Lily Pichu. I'm so sorry, chat. We got to put Sayu down. Take her out behind the barn, all right? Let her go to the eternal nap in the sky. I'm sorry, Sayu. All right. Who's next? Freminet versus Kaya. Shout out to the people who would chose Sethos over Navia. I'm sorry. I'm gonna be honest. Freminet is also an underrated character. Am I choosing him over Kaya? No. Kaya is awesome. You got the Conria lore. You got the emo I like to lean on walls and smoke cigarettes and drink boba or something, play Valorant kind of guy, you know? But the dynamic between him and Diluc is phenomenal. Him and the rest of the Knights of Favonius, so good. If Freminet was pitted against a lot of other 4-stars, I might choose Freminet. Specifically because I played his event quest. But you gotta go with Kaya, man. You gotta go with Kaya. You gotta go with the sweet, sultry, hot topic, boyo, Kaya. Hey, baby girl. Did you hurt yourself when you fell out of heaven because you're an angel? Kaya. John Chill, I'm sorry. No! Mualani, the Archon of Serotonin versus the Archon of Alcoholism, Venti. I'm sorry, I love Mualani. The reason I was sad, the reason you heard me scrumped a little scream there of sadness and despair was because I love Mualani. She's one of my favorite Natlan characters, but I know she gonna lose against Venti. Our OG homie, cryptic, funny, whimsical, got some crazy lore going on. Him and Dvalin, his interaction with Zhongli, it's peak. And not to mention, he's an alcoholic just like me. So, you know, birds of a feather, chat. We said it once, we'll say it again. Birds of a feather, gotta stick together. If Mualani went against 80% of the characters, I would have chosen Mualani. This is already crazy. Not my fave boy versus my fave girl. The alcoholic wins. Wow, this is an interesting one. I think I can already tell that chat will choose someone. Kachina's pretty awesome, but I think it's essentially the battle of the starting characters to Fontaine. Basically the main starter character who you're with in Fontaine and then in Natlan. That's interesting. What a crazy matchup. I think you got to go with Lenny. Lenny's dynamic with Lynette and Freminet. The writing in Fontaine was just so good, bro. And Lenny's such a cool character, man. And if you played Lenny's story quest, oh, it's peak. I do love Kachina, though. I'm sorry. Mabuika versus Sucrose. Albedo, I ruined the potion again. Oh, I'm just such a silly, shy girl. I'm sorry. Hey, handsome, you pissing all by yourself? Hop on my motorcycle. Let's ride off into the sunset and smoke some cigarettes. Moika. I think you gotta go with Moika, though. I like Moika more. Although people chose... This is a toss-up. I think I'm going with... You know what? We're going with Oil, Motorcycle Lady, Moika. I mean, the last act of the Archon quest, bro. She's pretty sick. Pause. This video is sponsored by Tribe 9. I know you guys love action-packed RPGs, and today I've got something special for you. Tribe 9 is an extreme action RPG that is coming soon to mobile and PC, and trust me, it looks awesome. Developed and published by Akatsuki Games, Tribe 9 throws you into a futuristic Tokyo ruled by deadly death games, where only the bold survive. The world of Tribe 9 is unlike anything you've seen before. Sharp storytelling, unexpected twists, and vibrant characters who refuse to back down. Every fight is high stakes where carelessness can lead to death. But if you master your powerful skills and strategic combat, you can overcome even the toughest enemies. Tribe 9 brings the depth and volume of a full console RPG right to your device. Gorgeous pixel art, sprawling maps, and a heart-wrenching story. Oh, and you don't want to miss, at launch, there's a limited character skin and starter supplies waiting for you. So if you want to start strong, now's the time to get in. This game looks seriously awesome, so what are you waiting for? Download Tribe 9 now using my link in the description or scan this QR code. Trust me, you don't want to miss this adventure. Thanks Tribe 9 for sponsoring this video. Now back to the content. Yunjin versus Kuki Shinobu. Oh, this is crazy. I love Yunjin. I loved her singing. I love her dancing. Her design is so sick. I have been a Kuki Shinobu lover since day zero, bro. Her moveset is sick. The folding sword is sick. The mask is sick. She saves our butt cheeks when we need it the most. Her dynamic with the Arataki game, and how Ito's like a good gut leader, but she's a good like practical leader, and how she chooses to follow him, and she sees that she recognizes his good heart. You gotta go with Shinobu. I love Yunjin. You gotta go with Shinobu. Rosaria versus Goro. I know what chat's gonna choose, but we're not giving another win to the furries, all right? Haven't you seen the new release characters? 50% of them are furries nowadays, all right? We have to fight! We have to fight against the tide! All right, the water's rising! It's time to plug the holes. Give us some robots. Give us some characters that are muscular. Give us a 7-foot tall mommy with abs. Give Dia abs before giving us another furry. I like Goro. I honestly think Rosaria's design is underrated. Her moveset looks so cool. Her idol having a knife, and then her brief bounty hunter interactions with Traveler. I do like Goro. Goro's a homie. I think I gotta go with Rosaria. I'm sorry. Cryo supremacy! Sandwich versus Lumine? Wait, Lumine and Aether are on here? Okay, I'm about to say something. You have to promise that you won't be mad. We're going to take this interpretation based on my personal Genshin Impact experience, my account, where I chose Aether, where me chose Aether as the main character. And so Lumine in this context is Abyss Lady Lumine. Abyss Lumine, mysterious, our sister. I think Sejuine's adorable. I think I go with Lumine here. No, stop. I don't want to play this game anymore. This is only gonna leave me with a hurt heart. I know the fan favorite obviously is Fischl. I love Xinyan. Her spunky cowgirl personality, and then on top of that, her story with Fischl's too. This sucks, bro. In Golden Apple, Archipelagio, they both had such good roles. Listen, I can't be biased by chat. I have to be biased to myself. I think Fischl is such a fun character, but Xinyan warms my heart, bro. I'm sorry if you are mad at this. I understand. I love these characters equally. I'm sorry. Ito or Chiori? You gotta go with Ito. Chiori actually turned out pretty cool. Her design is phenomenal, especially her attacks with the double sword. But Ito, I mean, we talked about this in the Cookie Shinobu segment. I love Ito so much. Wholesome, kind, caring, silly, fun, actually a good leader and a bad leader at the same time. You gotta go with the one and only Mizuki versus Karara. I don't know enough about Mizuki. I think her teaser and her demo are awesome, but I've gotten to play a bunch of stuff with Karara. But if we choose her, we're being a furry. But if we choose her, we're being a furry too. That's what I'm saying, bro. They can't keep getting away with this. All right, it's meow time. Meow? I'm sorry. No! You gotta be kidding me! Bro, can I get some easy ones? Tonari's so good, bro. He's so good in the Archon quest. I love his sass, which is something we don't get from Genshin characters much, because they all kind of become like nice guys. But Tonari has a sass to him that other characters don't have. Kave's writing is phenomenal. I love Kave so much. I love Kave so much. I think I gotta go Kave. I'm sorry. Raiden versus Tartaglia! I'm saying it right now. This is way crazier than I thought it was going to be. Raiden's very cool. Got a lot of crazy lore going on. Tartaglia is very cool. There's stuff that's going on with him. He showed up in Fontaine. He's kind of our homie. I'm just trying to think of the moments we've had with Raiden versus Tartaglia. His first Harbinger boss reveal was so sick. Him and Fontaine. He has so much personality. But we've had such sick moments with Raiden too, bro. Raiden's an Archon? I know! Raiden was such a good main character of Inazuma, though. The purpose she served was so good. I think we go Raiden. I think we go Raiden. Dory or Lynette, bro. I think Dory's a little overhated. Controversial reasons aside. Lynette was one of my favorite characters in Fontaine. I'm gonna say it. The sass, the conniving. Let the record show, this girl was probably the funniest character in Fontaine, too. Her deadpan delivery, she was so good in Fontaine. I love Lynette. Just kill me, bro. Just end me. There's no, I can't. You gotta be kidding me! What is this matchup? Yoimiya, the kindest, most sweetest character in Genshin. One of them. Amazing personality. Such a joy to be around. Versus Beto, our ride or die homie, who is so sick. Such a great character. Strong, drunkard, pirate lady who kills gods. I think at the end of the day, I gotta go with my OG favorite here. I think I go with Beto. I love Yoimiya so much. She's one of my favorite characters in the game, but so is Beto. I'm sorry, Toma. The best Genshin husbando. You can't beat Zhongli. And the screenshot they chose of him. Look at this man. I love Zhongli so much, and we'll talk about it more later. I'm sorry, Toma. You can't beat the Geodaddy. I do like Kanish a lot. I think Kanish's design is really cool. Did we learn anything about him during the Archon quest? No, we didn't. You'd have to play a story quest. I love Shinhan, bro. Shinhan's sick. Her design is so cool. Her story in her Archon quest was awesome. Girl was hurling meteors. She dove into an ocean god to save us. And we got to learn about her entire past as well. Whereas I haven't played Kanish's story quest. I know nothing about Kanish, essentially. Besides, he is cool and you can hire him to do stuff. This is bias? Dude, this is my choice. Of course it's bias. I'm a human with a brain and emotions. Every thought I think is a bias. I do like Kanish. I'm not simping. It's not simping. I just chose Zhongli. I'm down bad for Zhongli, but no one was calling me a simp when I chose him over Toma. All right. I think I go Shinhan here. These matchups are crazy. Okay, as much as I meme on Lisa and that she makes me uncomfortable with everything she says and does, I do like Lisa from a character standpoint. I do. I'm sorry to break the illusion, chat. Do I want her 500 feet away from me at all times by court order? Yes, absolutely. Can I still see and respect her character? Yes. Cloud Retainer, going from being the sassy bird who wanted to nuke Liyue to the character Cloud Retainer's awesome. If you played Cloud Retainer Story Quest 2, oh my gosh. It was so good! Whimsical Adepti. She's got sass and personality. She's a great mother figure to Traveler and to others in the game, bro. You gotta go with Cloud Retainer. Not to mention her play style, and she's related to my boy Chunyun, but you can't let that decide. I love Choska. After the Natlan Archon quest, I'm very surprised in how emotionally invested I am in Choska as a character. You can't win against Albedo. This guy is the son of Reindetir, which for anyone who doesn't know is like one of the OG gods of Genshin. Essentially, not god, but crazy Kandrian scientist, sinner, superpower lady. Choska's playstyle smokes Albedo's. You gotta go with Albedo, man. It's close though, surprisingly. Ayayato versus Lan Yan. We're not gonna be here, Lan. I'm sorry. Lan Yan, all we got was her being kind of shoved into the Liyue lantern, right? I did enjoy it, but you gotta go with Ayato. The Boba Suckler, the kind of sassy, elegant, suave, very distinct personality, which is nice in Genshin. You gotta go with the democratic leader. This sucks, bro. If Dia matched up against anyone else, Dia might have gone the distance. I love Dia, but you can't beat Arlecchino. Girl had an anime released for her. One of the greatest promotional materials Genshin has ever released, dare I say. Her anime was so hype. She's such a sick character. It's the Grim Reaper versus Dia, who's amazing. One of my favorite characters of Sumeru, but you can't beat father. Daddy's home, and she brought the milk. And by that, I mean death. And by that, I mean fire. And by that, I mean, I don't know what I'm saying. Arlecchino moves on. I'm sorry. I hate myself, bro. I just played, okay, for anyone who hasn't already, I played the Lantern Rite quest. The Lantern Rite quest this year was essentially a story quest for Hu Tao that was better than Hu Tao's actual story quest. Hu Tao is one of my favorite characters in the game. I love Hu Tao. Funny, witty, adorable, menacing. At the end of the day, she's going against the best written character in Genshin Impact, who has two of my favorite moments in the game. Magnificent, suave, perma-moist, knows the value of hydration and law. If there's anyone Hu Tao should lose to, it's gotta be Neuvillette, bro. Why does Barbara have an AK-47, bro? I'm tired of good characters being executed. It's about time Barbara gets executed. I'm sorry, I'm joking. That's a joke. That's a joke. It's because she can revive herself. At the end of the day, I really do like Diluc. His whole dynamic in Mondstadt was so sick. The fact that he's a rogue taking on the Fatui and the Abyss by himself, and you can't beat the dynamic he has with Kaya. His character design is actually really good. And I'm gonna say something crazy too. I actually like his outfit. Bud is Batman. I'm sorry, Barbara. I'm sorry. Kujo Sara versus Auroron. Kujo Sara's pretty sick. There's bias happening with Sara. I really did like Kujo Sara, and she was menacing as a general, but she was a lot more of a side character than Auroron was. Auroron's dynamic with Seat Lolly was funny, and he had some cool lore stuff happening. The way his character arc kind of ended was kind of, he felt like a main character. I think Auroron gets the edge. I'm sorry, Kujo Sara. I think Kujo Sara's design is phenomenal, and her personality is good too. It fits it. I think we go Auroron. I'm sorry. Yao Yao versus Farazan. Yao Yao is adorable, pure serotonin, but she does not go toe-to-toe with Madame Farazan. Madame Farazan, one of the most spunky, entertaining personalities in Genshin. I'm a Madame Farazan defender. To the gallows you go. A lot of people don't like Farazan for some reason. I think Farazan's design, aesthetically, is one of the most, how many times am I going to say one of the most underrated in Genshin? Do we have a counter for that? How many times have I said that? Her personality is awesome. It's so fun, so entertaining, so unique. And unfortunately, when it comes to Yao Yao, from a personality standpoint, we have like 10 Yao Yaos. And Yao Yao lovers, you know I'm right. The like kind-hearted, good, happy character. I'm not hating on Yao Yao. Do you get what I'm saying, chat? When you have a unique personality, it kind of gives it a little bit of an edge. I do like Yao Yao, but I gotta go with Granny. Hazo versus Diona. This is actually tough. Hazo is sick. Diona's so fun and entertaining. Like, she actually is. Her personality and her, like, trying to fight alcoholism, her sass. She's actually one of the characters in Genshin who is genuinely funny. Meanwhile, Hazo's just cool, bro. Hazo's cool, detective. His playstyle is super cool. But Diona is just, her sass is so fun. I mean, look at this photo, doesn't help too, because this photo makes him look so sick. Ah, this is tough. We might go Hazo. We might go Hazo. Yelan versus Noelle. I love Noelle, but you gotta go with Yelan. Playstyle, amazing. Lore, super cool, super unique. Her personality is awesome, menacing, intimidating. Definitely gives off the double agent vibes. The aesthetics of her style is still so cool and still goes toe-to-toe with people released today. I think we go Yelan. I'm sorry, Noelle. I'm sorry. I'm going Mona. Mona is such a fun character. She's entertaining, broke Mona. She loves Traveler. She has really wholesome moments. Her design is super cool. Her moveset for a 1.0 character is super cool. You gotta go with Mona Majestus. Wait, why is Mona's name just Moan? Ah! stick a stick of dynamite up my butthole and just blow me up. I like Alhaitham a lot. You can't beat Kaedehara Kazuha, bro. Samurai, Wanderer vibes. Story quest, awesome. One of my favorite story quests in the game, fun fact. Actually, not my favorite. Top 3. I do like Alhaitham a lot. I really do. But he unfortunately went against Kazuha. This one's for Canada. I'm sorry. For anyone who doesn't know, Ayaka was someone who I shipped with Traveler. Like, I thought Ayaka and Traveler's romance was so cute. The OG, it was cute. It was cute. Stay unbiased, but I genuinely love Chunhyun. I love the exorcism thing. I love his design. I am a little biased here. I'm trying to fight it. Versus Ayaka, the OG Traveler Ayaka. The Battle of the Cryos too, bro. Dude, I really do like Chunhyun. Cryo Exorcist, his moveset actually looks cooler than Ayaka's. In my opinion, I gotta go with Chunhyun. I'm sorry. I know this might be biased. I do love Ayaka. I'm sorry. You gotta go with my best cryo boyo. Nahida versus Klee. This is crazy. This is putting me in situations I did not think I was gonna be in. I love Klee. She's adorable. She's so fun. The whole fact she nukes. She's also a terrorist at the same time. I gotta go with Nahida, bro. One of the best Archons. Has the best heart for Traveler. Cares so much about her people, did so much, sacrificed so much, went through so much. You gotta go with Nahida. You gotta go with Nahida. Chat, be nice. Chat, be nice. Don't type Mika ? He's in the game, okay? Mika, I'm sorry, brother. I'm sorry. I'm sure there's someone you would win against. You gotta go with the Jeffrey Bezos of Genshin Impact. Bennett versus Jean. I do love Bennett, but man, Jean, especially in the early Archon quests, is such a great character. Your interactions with her in the early Archon quests, she's like such a good foundational character of the game. But then you got Bennett. You know what? At the end of the day, you could only yeet children off of cliffs with one character, and that was Jean. Right? You can only yeet... Whoa! I really like Razor. Razor was funny early game. Good story, kind, cool design too. I'm sorry, cowgirl. Eula, the Archon of Vengeance versus the Archon of the Hunt, bro. I think I go Sino here. Sino, to be fair, took a lot more main quest up than Eula did, but Sino was so cool, especially in the early Archon quests. And he's also got that funny personality too. I wish low-key they treat him more seriously after the Archon quests. Like, he still had those serious moments, and his battle design is so sick. You gotta go with Mr. Dad Jokes himself. No, wait, this is actually crazy. These are like the same people, different times, bro. Charlotte, our exploration guide of Fontaine, versus Amber, our OG exploration guide. Low-key, I really love Charlotte. Charlotte, when we first met her too, her like hyperactive personality is so entertaining, but Amber being our OG homie, it's just something about Amber's like going home. It's like when you played out in the snow and you have a nice bowl of mac and cheese afterwards. That's what Amber is too, like a early Genshin player. Amber has nostalgia bias, and you just gotta go with Outrider Amber. She's a staple. She's iconic. Captain America Greaseball shoots her enemies cop versus Yai Miko, mansplainer, manipulator, gaslighter. You gotta go with Yai Miko. I do like Chevreuse, but you gotta go with the Miko. The bakery versus the person who eats cake. Okay, that sounded worse. That sounded worse than I made it be. Okay, that's not what I meant. Farina versus Risley. I think you gotta go with Farina. The fact you can hold, like, the whole Focalors tie-in, even though she isn't Focalors, in combination with just the whole plot of Fontaine and her in-game design is phenomenal. I love Risley, but I gotta go Farina. Chi-Chi versus Gami. Dude, there are so many characters in this game. This is crazy. We might need to do a rapid round. I like both these characters a lot. Chi-Chi's lore is crazy and really cool, but Gamin's Lantern Rite quest was phenomenal. Not to mention, his design is that of a 5-star. I'm going Gamin. Nilou versus Ganyu, the Horned Ladies. Ganyu boring? You're calling Ganyu boring and not Nilou? And you're calling me biased, bro. Nilou's personality, when they were writing it during the Sumeru Archon quest, was she can dance, period. That's it! Ganyu's Adept Eye stuff is cool. I think I'm going Ganyu. Kachin versus Juan Jesus. I do like Kachin. I'm going Wanderer. His lore is too good. The cutscene they had where he went through the 3 times he went betrayed. its peak. His development in switching from Scarra to Wanderer, but still having that edge. What is this angle? I don't know. I don't know how I feel about some of these photos, though. I'm gonna be honest. Why is he looking at me like that? We're going Wanderer. We're going emo boy. Speaking of emo boy, Xin versus Zhao. All Xin does is steal spotlight from my boy Chunyu. All right. We're going Zhao. Xiaolonen versus Kali. I'm going Kali. I do like Xiaolonen. Kali was so wholesome in Sumeru. Essentially the Amber of Sumeru, but with more lore. And her interactions with Tonari and Sino is just, I'm going Kali. I'm going Kali. Layla versus Aether. When I think of Aether, I'm thinking of his interactions with Paimon. His wholesome moments with Paimon are, like, honestly super heartwarming. And with some of the characters, the moments he does have some really cool moments. He doesn't have a lot of moments, so those are the ones you kind of got to hold on to. I do like Layla. I think I like Aether more. Yanfei versus Seat Lolly. I like Yanfei, our OG homie, lawyer Yanfei, but Seat Lolly, actually, after the end of Natlan, her and Chaska were two of the characters I kind of cared about the most. Am I crazy in saying that? Recency bias? No. If anything, I think nostalgia bias would bias us more than recency bias in this regard. Yanfei was just kind of like a lawyer and helper. I do like Yanfei, but I think you go with Seat Lolly. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we are on to the repeats. Stuff is about to get wild. Does my Baiju bias carry him past Chlorinde? Chlorinde is such a cool character, but Baiju's story is so cool and intriguing. Oh, bro, I think I do Baiju. This is crazy. I never thought I would choose that. Ah, no! No, God, no, why? What? I just spit everywhere. That's how upset I am. I like Candace. She does not beat Navia. It's an honor to lose to Navia. All right, Candace, just remember that. The Mondstadt Alcoholic 1.0 OGs. I do enjoy Kaya a lot. That's why he made it this far. I like Venti more. Venti's our OG homie, and you consider some of his story moments too. I'm sorry, Kaya. I'm sorry. I'm drinking with Venti tonight. Liddy versus Mawika. Mawika is so cool. She has really cool moments. Oh, no, I do. Oh, my gosh. This is actually hard. At the end of the day, I think I have more of a connection with Linny than I do with Mawika. On paper, Mawika's really cool, but just somehow the way it played out, chat, it was kind of like we were told to care about the stuff she's going through instead of like being shown. I do really like her, but it's like I care drastically more about Linny's relationship with Lynette than I do Mawika and her sister, for example. I haven't done Mawika's story quest, though. And she has an Archon, too. That's the crazy thing. I'm going Linny. I'm sorry. Oh, shoot, bro. A match made in heaven. Rosaria versus Kuki Shinobu. A lot of similar elements, a lot of cool stuff going on. Rosaria's design can only carry her so far. You gotta go with Shinobu, just because she's had more story moments than Rosaria actually has. Abyss Lumine versus Shinyan. Ridding ourselves of main character bias. I like Shinyan more. Her like country accent is so unique, so fun. Her quest in Golden Apple Archipelago or whatever was so good. We hardly know anything about Lumine. We've been told we need to care about her, which makes sense. And a lot of people care about Lumine here because they chose Lumine, and I understand it. A lot of people care about Lumine and Aether, but if I rid myself of main character bias, I think I choose Shinyan. But Shinyan is literally a great character already. Ito versus Carrara. Carrara, I love ya. I'm sorry, but the one and only is the one and only one for me. I'm about to do something crazy. I might like Kaveh more than I like the Raiden Shogun. I'm having an existential crisis right now. You see what this is doing to me? I'm having an existential crisis over Genshin Impact characters. Anyway, Raiden is a very cool character. Her purpose in the Inazuma Archon quest was sick. Her design is really cool. Kaveh, on the other hand, has so much depth and is so well written. This might be crazy, but I think I choose Kaveh. I hate myself. I hate Genshin. No, I don't hate. I love Genshin. I love myself. I love your mama. I love your daddy. Oh, okay. I'm gonna be honest. I have so much bias towards Beto because she was one of my OG favorite characters. but I think I actually like Lynette more. This is crazy. Lynette's interactions were so perfect. I wanted to take Beto so far. Do I like Beto more than Lynette? I actually do. I actually do. At the end of the day, she's the only pirate in the game. She runs a ship. She kills gods. OG homie to Traveler and Kazuha. I think I go Beto. That was close, though. I'm sorry, Lynette. I love Lynette. Can we stop playing this game? This is just going to leave me sad. As much as I love Shinha, you gotta go Zhongli. The most iconic character in Genshin Impact. Probably one of the greatest voices. You always feel like you're in a main character moment whenever you're talking to him. You gotta go with Zhongli. I'm sorry, Shinha. Cloud Retainer versus Albedo. Now, there's something that's happening with Albedo. A lot of people in chat, I'm sure you see this too. There is huge Albedo bias from 1.0 players. Because the Albedo fandom was violent back in the day. But the thing is, if you joined after 1.5, you've seen Albedo twice, maybe 3 times if you did the Inazuma painting event. I do love Albedo, but do I actually like Albedo more than Cloud Retainer? Oh, bro, I don't know. Because Cloud Retainer has such great moments with Traveler in her story quest. We've gotten so much more of Cloud Retainer too. We know how she's lived. We know who she's raised. We know how she's dealt with her disciples. And Albedo is just cool. His was just better, not Albedo forever. I think I choose Cloud Retainer. I think I do. She's the best mom character in Genshin. Chat, we're going to do a rapid fire. 5 rapid fires. Ayato, I love ya, Boba Suckler, but you suckled your last Boba. Diluc, the Batman of Genshin, I love ya, but you're going against the spitting image of perfection. Auroron versus Farazan. For some reason, Farazan holds a special place in my heart. I like Auroron. I'm choosing Farazan. Hazo versus Yelan. I love Hazo. Avatar Punch. You're simply outclassed, brother. You're outclassed. Okay, can we switch her name from Moan? Why is her name? I think at the end of the day, Kazuha has the edge. But let the record show, Mona Majestus would have gone a lot farther if she was paired against anyone else. I think Mona, from a character writing standpoint, is actually, dare I say, criminally underrated. If this was my bias, I'm doing this for you. If this was my bias choice, you know Chunyun's #1. But we're trying to be as rational as possible. He's going against the god. Rest in peace, my boy. Rest in peace. I'm so sorry, little one. Jean versus Ningguang. I do love Ningguang. Mysterious Jade Chamber lady. I think I like Jean more. This is crazy. The original or the 2.0? I love Razor. Razor was so good in 1.0, but Sino is better. There's just more. There's more. Sino's so sick. Assassin Sino too, chat, before he was the god of dad jokes. There's no ifs, buts, or barks about this matchup. You get it, chat? You get it? It's funny because... So bark, ifs, buts, or ands is the normal because it's a little like tying to Sino, making dad joke. Stop making jokes, I'm crying. Okay, sheesh. From a morality and personality perspective, we're looking at yin and yang right now. We're talking about someone who would not manipulate you, would keep you away from harm, who would treat you right and would love and respect you, versus someone who would trip you so she could walk over a puddle and not get her shoes wet. Who just typed, I want to be manipulated? Hello? You gotta go the Aimiko. She is so entertaining. She is such a good character. Gami, it's been real, my guy. I'll catch you on the flippity flip. Ganyu? I'm sorry, girly. One Jesus reigns supreme. Kali, adorable, wholesome. You're going against a Yaksha, the last of the Yakshas, whose lore's insane, design insane, personality really good. The Yaksha, you could make a whole animated series about the Yakshas, and I would eat that up, baby. Okay, this is interesting. Back to the Lumine pick. If this was Lumine, and Lumine was my main character, I would feel the same way. But I'm just thinking of Aether's moments. Aether does not have a lot of moments. He needs more. To be honest, we need our main character to be an actual character. But once again, those moments with Paimon, man, it hits a special chord, and that's because it's Aether. It's our OG. Baiju, it has been real, my guy. It has been real. I tried to take you the distance. All right? I tried to take you all the way up the mountain, Baiju, but your damn lungs, you kept coughing, you peeled over. I tried to take you to the top of the mountain, but we came under cannon fire. Navia, it's like the Archon of Serotonin Yoimiya, but also plus the character development of Nouvelle. It's crazy. Her writing is insane. I love Navia, not to mention her moveset. You really get to shotgun blast people in the face and then summon a barrage of cannons. Meanwhile, Baiju's doing acupuncture. Ba, ba, ba. Which I do like. Aren't these the same person? I'm joking. Lenny, you defeated one Archon, but I think today you've met your match. I think I go Shinobu. Shinyan, you did so good. I'm so proud of you and how far you've made it. I love Shinyan. I really do. I think she's underrated, but I think we go Shinobu here. Have defeated the Raiden Shogun. Did he defeat the Raiden Shogun to lose to Ito? That is the question. Pitting these guys against each other and the fact that we have to eliminate one of them is Satan's work. Ito can rub people the wrong way because we just get so much of Ito, but underneath all of that, Ito has some good, solid moments. Like when he saved people in the chasm, when he saved that one guy in his quest. He's fun, he's funny, he's caring, but then Kave's so well written. Kave beat the Raiden Shogun, only to lose to a himbo with noodle arms. Dude, this is torture. It would be less pain to just give away all of my organs live on stream right now than to continue with this. I love Beto so stinking much, but I do not love Beto enough to beat Zhongli, and I know that deep down. You gotta go with Zhongli. Beto, you could defeat some of the gods, not all of them. Cloud Retainer, I love you. You've made it so far. Arlecchino has simply... She's pay to win, bro. She's pay to win. They busted out the dollary dues for her own anime. She paid to win. And when she did... No, it's mom and dad! The ultimate mother of Genshin versus the ultimate father. I think I go Arlecchino. I said it once, I'll say it again. Arlecchino's anime was the greatest promotional material Genshin has ever released. Am I crazy in saying that? Or it's at least top 3. It went through her entire past. Everything. You know exactly why she is and does the things she does. Her story quest was good. Her story quest was good. Her anime is what is carrying here. Farazan got the rough end of these matchups, bro. Farazan versus Beto would have been a much better matchup than this. Farazan, I'm proud of how far you've come. Yelan, goodbye. Oh, shoot. The 8 matches. Stuff is about to get intense. Love ya, girl. Go enjoy some dandelion wine. Take a break. Nahida's running this town. Electro versus Electro. Yai Miko feels like the Zhongli equivalent of Inazuma. Am I crazy in saying that? She's so quotable. I do like Sino. Chat, do you feel like they might be overdoing the comedy of Sino? Because like I've almost forgot what serious Sino is like. I'm not saying that the comedy is bad. I'm saying that, like, I just feel like it needs more balance with, it'd just be nice to see him serious again. His second story quest had so many good moments with the serious side. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, okay, that's good to note, Space Fruit. Miko, from a character design standpoint, is almost perfect. Manipulator Miko, how she kind of always knows something's going on. She knows like everything. She's playing her own game. She saved Inazuma. Do it for the VA. We're not voting for the VA. I do like Sino. There's a lot of Sino bias in chat. I think we do Yai. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Sino. Oh my gosh. No matter what I choose, half of the Genshin fandom is gonna try to murder me. Why would you give me this matchup? This is how I'm gonna make this decision, chat. This is how I'm gonna make this decision. If Farina was Focalor, she would win, but she's not. She's a separate character entirely. I do like Farina. I loved her during the Archon quest. She was peak. Oh my gosh, the votes in chat were 50-50%. I think I choose Wanderer. Mainly because of the cutscene where he went through the 3 human betrayals. He tried to pursue godhood, and then he went back and deleted himself or whatever. Wanderer's different to Scaramouche, then by your logic, no. They combined it. They're the same person. Count Focalor then? Farina was never Focalor. Farina was made by Focalor and told to do this. It's fine if you disagree. Farina suffered 500 years. That's true. That is true. That is true. I love Farina. I love Farina. When you think about it, Wanderer actually had more development than Farina did. He had multiple arcs. Farina's scening, though, that's true. I think I go Wanderer. Oh, bro, that sucks. Aether, it's been real. It's been real. The Paimon wholesome moments could only go so far. The best ship. We're not shipping them. We're choosing. Zhao, the Yaksha lore is crazy. It goes too hard. Oh, bro. I can't believe I'm going to say this, but I think I like Navia more than Venti. Chat, you gotta keep in mind, all of these characters, especially Farina, I love. These are my favorites. This is a battle of the best. So if you see me choose someone over your favorite, understand your favorite only made it here for a reason, okay? You gotta go with Navia. She has one of the best moments in the entire game. You're so emotionally connected with her after Fontaine. This is foul! Who's making these matchups? Satan? The Arataki game! I think you gotta go Ito ever so slightly. I love Shinobu, but I think you gotta go Ito ever so slightly. A bro just knows. It's father versus father. Dude, this is a custody dispute between my dads. Okay, I'm sorry. Once again, both these guys would have made it to the top 2. I think I choose Zhongli. He's just too iconic. He's just simply perfect. He is Genshin Impact, bro. Kazuha, time for you to go wandering again. The final 4 matchups. The top 8. This one's probably going to be the last easy one we will ever do. Okay, now I'm glad we chose Wanderer because this matchup is hysterical. What are the odds, bro? What are the odds in the final 4 matches we would have Scaramouche versus Zhao? Oh my gosh, I don't know what to choose. There's no way I like Wanderer this much. Zhao is such cool. He's so cool. He's an exorcist. He shows up. His lines are very cool. Wanderer has so much going for him. Bud is like 4 Archon quests, just pumping him with S-tier character development. Am I crazy? I think Scarra, just from the sheer volume of story he's been given, that's the only thing that makes him win. But Zhao, man, you have the OG bias going on. We're in the final 4, man. I think Wanderer just barely gets the edge. Can you put those toes away, though? Please. Ito, I love you so much. You would love Navia too, okay? Ito, you would love her too, all right? I just want to let you know you would approve of my decision, okay? The Battle of the Dragons! Okay, this has to be scripted. These matchups have been insane. I'm sorry, but at the end of the day, the OG bias with Chun-Li is huge. Neuvillette is beyond perfection. No, I'm joking. Neuvillette has the greatest story quest in the game. From an emotional standpoint, his confrontation with Navia, him realizing Focalor's plan and witnessing Focalor's execution. At the end of the day, the only person Chun-Li could lose to would probably be Monsieur Neuvillette. I think he's the greatest character, and he might be the greatest character in Genshin. This is scripted, bro. There is no way! There is no way! There is no way! Wander's stories and cutscenes were phenomenal, but so were Nahida's. The previous Ruka Devada, her caring about her people, I think, oh, bro, I don't know. I think if anything gives the edge is that Nahida is one of the greatest Archons from the standpoint of caring about her people. Scar is so mysterious, though, and he has so much going on, and his past story is actually probably maybe better than Nahida's, but Nahida is just a good egg. She cares about humanity, bro. She cares about Traveler. Oh my gosh, kill me. It's the battle of the best of the best. I love Navia so much, but there's one person I love more. The Battle of the Archons! Neuvillette versus Nahida. It almost was Neuvillette versus Scaramouche. What is reality? At the end of the day, I love Nahida. Nahida's adorable. One of my favorite characters in the game. I was kind of hinting at this earlier, chat. I love Neuvillette so much. Ladies and gentlemen, Neuvillette. Ladies and gentlemen, Neuvillette won. That is it. If you watched over on YouTube, thank you so much for watching. I love you, and I'll see you on the next one.